Alright guys, it's time for round 3 with Popcultcha.com. In my first Popcultcha unboxing, I had ordered 7 pops, some exclusives, some harder to find stuff for me, and they all came in mint condition with great paint jobs too, so I was very happy with that order and placed a second order. In that second order, if you watch that video, you'll remember that 4 of the 8 pops had a little bit of damage on them. Some of the corners were bent in, and that was the ones that were packaged on the corners of the boxes. So if during shipping some of the corners get bashed in, the pop has nowhere to go because there's no bubble wrap or anything. The boxes are pretty much made to fit the pops. So if they're a little rough in shipping, those corners get bent in, unfortunately. Now, this box I ordered before getting my second box, or else I might have hesitated to order, but here it is. There's nothing I can do about it now, so I'm hoping that these ones come in a little better. They actually look like they packaged them differently. This looks like it's 2 boxes taped together, and the boxes feel pretty thick. I don't see any major bangs on it. I mean, there's a cut here. Obviously, something hit it here, so hopefully that pop there is fine. All the corners seem pretty okay, except for this one looks a little bashed in. And like I said earlier, when the corners get bashed in, the pops have nowhere to go. So hopefully that's not too messed up. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't notice any major dent anywhere else. And yeah, let's see how these ones turn out. Let me open this up. Alright, so there's 4 in this one. I think it'll be easier if I just flip it upside down. Okay, so this time there is a little bit of bubble wrap to protect it against the side. And so far, they look pretty good. Here is a chrome-plated C-3PO. And yeah, this box looks pretty good. And that was on the corner, so this makes me kind of happy. It makes me feel like these are all going to be in mint condition. So yeah, so this is the Force Awakens C-3PO with the red arm, chrome-plated. Definitely going to replace my other C-3PO. I don't know, maybe paint him up a little differently. Make him unique. So there's one. Didn't have a Wolverine. He looks like he shifted in his package, but the box looks pretty okay. Yeah, I don't see any major damage on it, and that was also in the corner, so that's good. Yeah, I can just open him up and put him in there straight. His paint job doesn't look great, but this is one of those older pops, and the paint jobs aren't very good on those anyway. And this is for a trade, so thank goodness this one came in really good, because I already have this Bloody Ed. But yeah, this is for a trade, and yeah, this is in a very excellent condition. Awesome. And I believe this was originally a Hot Topic exclusive. This is the clear Predator, like when he's cloaked in the movies. I used to love this movie as a kid. I know this is probably not the best movie to watch when you're a kid, but my parents were kind of naive when it came to movies. They let me watch some pretty messed up stuff. Yeah, I was a pretty weird kid. Like at 7 years old, I was sitting there playing Predator with my G.I. Joes. Tearing them up, but yeah, I really wanted this one. He's pretty heavy, but yeah, he looks pretty cool. Alright, so first box came in pretty awesome. Let me bust the second one open. Alright, so it looks like this one had some bubble wrap too. And as you can see, I wanted to get these X-Men that were vaulted before they got too expensive. So yeah, let me see how these ones turned out. Alright, and I believe this one was in the corner that I mentioned that looked a little bashed in. So you can see here that since the pop is in there so tight, there's nowhere for it to go if a corner gets hit. And there's some slight damage on here, nothing too insane. I could have ordered this from Amazon and got something way worse. So I'm kind of happy with it. The paint job looks pretty excellent on her. But yeah, just a little bit of a bent corner. So there's one that's not so great. So we're 4 for 5 right now. So, but not bad. And Colossus looks like he came in very good shape as well. Yeah, Colossus looks great. Awesome. And Professor X too. Like, I know these ones are still somewhat easy to find for people, but every single Professor X that I saw in stores was just so messed up. Probably because they have been sitting on the shelf for a while, and I just could not find a Professor X in good shape. And, you know, I just had to go the ordering online route, which I don't mind because, yeah, this box is pretty excellent. And also, I forget what box this was an exclusive in, but this was an exclusive in one of the subscription boxes. I really don't remember, but I like the Cyclops with the visor, but this unmasked Cyclops is pretty cool too. And they had him on there, so yeah, definitely had to pick this guy up. And he was also in the corner of the box, but there's no damage on it whatsoever. So yeah, 7 out of 8 pops were in pretty much mint condition with all pretty great paint jobs. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm actually very happy with this order because I believe all these pops came out to be around 13 to 15 bucks a piece. Some of these X-Men ones were actually very cheap. This one was a little bit more because it's an exclusive. I think this one and these 4 were a little bit more. But all the X-Men ones were a little cheaper. I think those were like 11 bucks or something. So yeah, pretty happy with this order. For all of you that saw my last video and commented like, oh shit, now I'm pretty worried about my Popcultcha order because it's not here yet and I just saw you unbox yours and it was pretty jacked. So it looks like when Popcultcha mails it in these 2 individual boxes, it's a little bit better. My first order was still the best, so if you want to see how they ship those ones, go ahead and like look back on my channel. But on that one, I had ordered an odd number, 7 pops. So they kind of put a piece of paper in an 8-pop box, so it gave the boxes a little bit of give, and I think that's what saved them from the corners getting smashed in. So my advice would be to order an odd number. That's what I'm going to do in the future, is order either 7 or 5. Although I do have an order of 4 coming in because they were SDCC exclusives. And there was 4 I wanted to get. And, you know, that's just what I did. So hopefully they come in a pretty decent box. That's pretty much it. I'm kind of still up in the air about Popcultcha. If there's stuff I really, really want and can't find, I probably will give them another try.